So it's just busting in the middle of a prayer when people walk in and they get, especially Pat.
Well, that's hot.
Now we can start.
We can start. Have you already started?
No,
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
we're in the middle of,
The last decision?
the adjournment.
you ready? Yeah.
United States flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Lord, give us your blessings so that we can get the work done that we need to achieve our goals. To watch over our taxpayers' money, protect our first responders, our military and employees. Amen.
Amen.
Have any questions on the bills?
Nope. I move to bills as presented.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor? All right. Next is consider and approve payroll. Okay.
Okay, so I sent y'all the payroll, and this was for April 2022. And the total on the payroll was $839,318.76. And our payroll changes this time, a few of these are back before because I didn't do last month. So at the jail on March the 30th, Letitia Baraka, okay, she came to work. These are new employees. Micah Adamson went to work as field deputy in the sheriff's department on April 25th. And Samantha Maxwell went to work in the district clerk's office on May the 1st. And then our separations are Tanner Mathis in the jail on April the 7th. Ryan Damron, field deputy, April 21st. And then, of course, Edie Bradford, the extension agent, on April the 30th. So.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Motion and a second. All in favor? All right. Have any public comments? Oh, I skipped that one. Accept additions, corrections, or previous commissioners court meeting.
No corrections. That was the April 25th meeting.
Okay. And we don't have any public comment. Next, item 7, consider, discuss, approve any and all items necessary pertaining to the county jail.
Just have my numbers. We have 53 over there today, 43 males, 10 females, and then I have 4 females that are being housed over in Carson County.
We haven't had any problems with rains and stuff coming through on the roof. Awesome. Good.
It's not too good. We got to get it,
It hasn't leaked.
it has a leak,
That's
but
what I can say.
we got on the roof of the jail and the courthouse. Week ago today after the hail, we got damage. You know, it's probably golf ball size hail, so we're turning it into tax, so insurance, and get an adjuster out here and see what we got. But it's going to have to be recoated again. Both of them are damaged.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
All right. Number 8, consider, discuss, approve any and all items necessary pertaining to the county courthouse.
Nothing else up the roof right now.
Number 9, consider and approve SLFRF compliance report. You want to talk about that, or do you?
Well, we submitted the report on April 27th, and that was the one that goes through March 31st, 2022. The next one, they're saying today, will be due next year this time, but you never know. And I did get my email this morning from the Treasury, because they were going to send out an email so that you could just go in and submit for that second tranche. So I got the email this morning, and I went in first thing this morning as soon as I got it, and I submitted for the second tranche. The first one we got on May the 27th, and they're saying you probably won't get it till a year from at that date. So I'm gonna start looking around that, the week of the 23rd.
I'm smiling because of the word tranche.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I know. It
Yeah,
just-
okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to use it in a sentence.
I'll get that down.
We will get the second tranche,
So
May
we're gonna
27th.
get 2,033,480.50. That'll be, and that should come in around the 26th, 27th. And I sent y'all that report that showed what we'd spent, what we've spent and all that. All that stuff. Sorry,
The tranche.
the tranche.
All right. Any questions, discussions on the report or the tranche? Just wanted to say it one more time too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to approve the report?
Make a motion to approve the SLFRF compliance report.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? All right. Number 10, consider and approve a request from Library Director Nancy Criswell. You want to talk about the sheet?
So we were asking permission to close from 4 to 6, May 24th, so that way we can prepare for the summer reading program. Get the bags all of the items distributed for the other 2 branches.
The judge sent that email out as well, talking about all the branches being closed.
I move to approve the closure at the time stated.
Second.
All right, motion and a second. All in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 11, consider and or approve any ARP grant projects. There's not been a meeting, so we don't have any. Number 12, consider and approve burn ban or rescind the burn ban.
Jerry.
Here is our current ground index map. So you can see the Stinnett kind of got a good portion of rain a week and a half ago. They actually got up to a little over 2 inches of rain, but everybody south of Stinnett hardly get any. So as far as the drought index, the highest in the county is a 650, which that's pretty much Canadian River below the Fritch area, east of the border. The lowest area is around a 250. So we have a very wide variety of drought as far as in the county. With that being said, it's still, as far as counties around us in our area, it's still the same. Everybody's still continuing their burn ban. I know we're at the edge of that 90-day burn ban, so we're gonna ask to extend it until we get more coverage for the county as far as drought relief. That would be my recommendation today.
So we will have to have a motion and a second on a burn ban since it expires the 15th.
I'll make a motion to keep burn ban like it is.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
I'll third it.
We have that proclamation to sign. We'll pass that around. Number 13, consider and approve disposal of obsolete office equipment as requested by department. I don't have any. And she doesn't give you anything, right?
She usually sends things to me, but I didn't receive any.
Okay, I don't think there's anything in there. Number 14, accept certificates of completion from elected or appointed officials.
I have one from Gary Alexander for his cybersecurity awareness training. And then one from Leisha Craig for certificate for general ledger budgeting from Tyler Technologies. Those are the only 2 that I have.
All right. Number 15, consider and approve request for use of the club rooms at Border Library or Fritch. And I don't have any for Border.
Fritch is being used for all the early voting for the month of May. I think we already approved the baby shower on the 28th of May. I think we did that last meeting, if I recall correctly. So nothing, basically. And then June and July, we won't be, I guess, making that available to the public because it's the area we use for the reading program for June and July.
16, consider and approve line item changes, transfers, and or budget amendments.
I have two budget amendments. One is establishing a budget for the ARP funds. We've just kind of been using those line items, but a budget has never been set for those. So this just establishes the budget for that fund. And then the second request that I have is from the sheriff's department for additional fuel expense, and I'll let them request that.
Last time I talked to Laura, I think we had about a little over 4,000 left for fuel. So, 50,000. Was it 50,000?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was an additional 50,000. And I kind of worked with Laura on figuring out how much. I took prior year expenditures and compared them to this year expenditure for the same. And it's about a 183% increase. A lot of it's just due to fuel prices. So I just kind of took that ratio and upped it by about 50,000. The projected expenditures, if they keep that, is going to be about $99,000, and they only had 50,000. So I just did an initial 50,000 for fuel. And unlike the jail, they really don't have another line item that we could take it from. So the only thing that we could do is to request it out of fund balance.
I mean,
I'll make a motion that we approve the line item changes.
second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Item 17, consider and approve advertising, opening, accepting, or awarding bids.
We did receive 3 bids for the elevator, but we're gonna ask the ARP committee. So we don't really need to award these yet until we get approval from the ARP committee on the 17th. What they are, and I did send them to you so that you could review and look
Yeah.
over them. If you've got any questions, just let me know.
Item 18, consider and approve donations to Hutchinson County.
Quiet.
19,
I have a question.
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
we need to table that since it's gonna come back the next
for the bids,
23rd?
on the bids.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we can go ahead and do that just to.
I'll make a motion to table the bids for the elevator at the courthouse.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to table the bids. All in favor? All right. Better safe than sorry. So 19, accept reports from elected appointed officials required by statute.
I have County Clerk, JP1, JP2, Airport Library, Treasurer's report, and the text pool rate, Kathy said last week, was 0.3236.
And today it's 0.64.
Oh, we're balling.
Oh,
Hmm.
and then I have Dwayne's written report also. That's all I have.
Item 20, discussion of county judges and commissioners precincts daily operations.
Just a reminder, May 17th, Jack Coffey with tax given a drug and alcohol awareness training for CDL drivers only, which basically just road and bridge. It'll be at 9 o'clock on May 17th.
I have,
No, I was just saying anything else. Go ahead.
so Judge and Miss Jan and I sat through a presentation by iCompass, and which is a digital agenda, which will be something that we're looking into moving forward. However, no decision has been made. I'm doing more investigation. This will be like the 8th company that I've researched and talked with, but only the 2 that we presented. And so this one I feel comfortable with, but I'm working with another local agency to see if they'll come and visit with Miss Jan and with Judge and kind of show us how they use it before we present it to the court. But it's something we're headed towards, I hope.
We got, I was gonna tell everybody, we've got the big hangar door fixed. Apollo's moving in. They're gonna move one of their planes from Amarillo back over here.
Cool.
So that's good. The 3 helicopters. And they've been selling a lot of jet fuel, a ton of it.
Yeah.
So, which is good. It's $5 a gallon.
Price is better here now, everywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. It just, that's why they're stopping here. But we're selling a ton of it. I think we get 50 cents a gallon. That's about it for me.
We did have a successful hazard mitigation burn last week. It was out in the last precinct right next to the church. From Fritch, 136 Fritch Forkers all the way up to Eagle, about 480 acres. They'll approve the burn plan last commissioner's court. We had border fires, Fridge Fire, Pantex, Phillips. I'm missing somebody in there, but have numerous apartments out there, so we got the ash burn off successful. Did really well. We had a lot of training in there too with some of the fire departments. They said Pantex even sent people up for training.
Yeah.
Good try.
I mean, it was good.
Somebody was driving through, didn't know we had a burn ban. They said, God just protected your church. I was like, well, that was planned, but
A lot of smoke.
they thought a big fire just.
There are a lot of, they said they put up a lot of smoke. But there are a lot of,
We did what we could as far as getting it out there on social media and all that, but yeah, we still have tons of phone calls when we do that.
I read it on social media and then I saw it and I still was like, oh man, well, I wonder what's going on. And then I remembered.
Whenever we get the black lines put in, that when you see the big column of smoke, that's usually when we're doing a hot fire or pushing fire through it really quick. And that's when you'll see the big tower smoke.
Yeah.
We did a really good job.
Nice. Good job. Anything else?
We're gonna do canvas on May 17th also at 9:30.
Got enough people to do that.
We just have to have honestly 2 people,
Oh, okay.
so.
Gary and I was going to safety meetings. so
Right.
we'll-
Yeah, I was gonna do that canvas.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be here. Are you gonna be here for that? All right, so we should have enough.
Good.
Item 21, consider and approve sale of struck off tax properties and tax deeds. We have a couple that were tabled from last time. The first one is 603 Eagle Boulevard in Fritch. Basically an offer of 1,000 made by GQ Homes LLC. It was struck off March 14th and they appraised it at 32,800. I forgot to send you pictures of the stuff I looked at. But 603 Eagle Boulevard. It won't pull up. So it's across it's east of the bait shack by like 2 structures. That's how you know we live in a small county. Just go about 2 buildings left of the bait shack and you'll find it.
Turn left at the cow.
So it's that one right to the right of where you're, that one right there. No, that structure that you see. No, left. A little bit more left, right there, that structure. That white roof house. It's that house right there. I went and looked at it and she said in her letter that they have a lot of work that they need to be done on it. But since it appraised at 32.8, I normally try to get like 25% of the value at least. So she submitted an offer of 1,000. I don't know how structurally sound it is. I didn't get out and kick the wall or anything, but I mean that I'd like to get at least 3,000 to 5,000 on that unless y'all disagree. Being appraised at 32,000.
Yeah, 1,000 seems kind of low.
32 sounds so high.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I don't know how much work has to be done. So I'm not married to any decision or anything, so.
Like maybe overpraised just a little bit.
Yeah, looks like it might be worth about 15 at the most. 10 or 15.
And I'll just double in the middle and call it 2,000 and
Yeah, if you get 2,000 out of it, I think it'd be good.
2,000, 2,500 would probably be realistic.
because it is across from the school too. So if they clean it, I mean, that will be pretty good real estate. Hopefully they'll clean it up. I don't know if they'll have to tear it down, but I'll make a motion. We counter at 2,000 if that.
So
Have a motion and a second. All in favor? And then you're gonna abstain. Okay. And the next property is Zero Club Drive in Fritch, Texas. Empty lot. They submitted an offer of 50 by GQ Homes. The property was struck off February 3rd, 2003, and the appraisal district appraised this property at 400. Typically the 400 ones we had hit, and she has another one that she offered 100 at a 420 valuation. So typically we had done about 100 for the $400 to $600 lots. So in my opinion, if she submitted 100 for 420, then 100 for 400 is still pretty reasonable. It doesn't have an address. It's an empty lot between, I mean, it's just an empty overgrown lot. This picture. Y'all can look at that if you want to.
Is this it? Or this
That's
is the next?
the next one.
Oh, okay. This is the next one.
But I don't really have empty lots. Mine's y'all's lots in the past, 4,500. They've been about 100 that y'all have counted. 250 on.
Right about 250 in there. So
They got above like 600. I thought we went to 250 or so. If you go to 250, that's 50% of the value. So.
yeah, that's a little much.
And I was thinking about 100 on this one because she offered 100 for the 420 property. I'm fine with that one, but if we did 100 for this one for 400.
Good call.
So I'll make a motion. We counter $100 for the Zero Club Drive lot.
Second that.
The motion is second. All in favor? And then that next lot, I would make a motion that we accept $100 offer for the property.
That one's not level here.
Make a motion.
Yes. Sorry. So motion is second. All in favor? And abstain. Now your turn. So the last property we have is Zero Laga Vista Villa and Zero Nava de Bendita Villa in Stinnett, Texas, submitting offer 300 by Lorna C. and Leslie P. Lincoln. The tax has not been paid, ranging from 1987 to 2009. They're struck off 2008 and 2014, and they're appraised at $630 per lot.
So again, these are just vacant lots. There is looks like a shed or a roof from somebody's shed on one of the properties or one of the portions of the property. So I motion that they're offering how much for it was
300 total and 630
I
per lot.
motion we accept the bid.
Is this out of Bugby?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Anything else?
And I had two.
Yes,
No, that's all that was on this packet.
I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's all that she left for me this time. All right, so we have a motion and a second to adjourn. Favor? Any opposed?